Hey everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, we're at the cabin, and I did a previous vlog where I showed me doing this porch and everything. It kind of started with me kind of fixing the sides up a little bit. Wasn't going to do much this year, and then I got most of the pin boards around the cabin put back on because over time they've peeled off. We've had this cabin since I was 9 maybe. And it's been moved like 7 times total. So it's been moved a lot, and it's old. So I was just kind of fixing up things around it, and I this is wood deck sealer. It's natural cedar is what I used, because it was all gray. All these logs were, and they were kind of starting to rot, so I resealed everything when it was nice and dry. And just missing a couple spots there. But then it turned into, I want to insulate it, because I do a lot of stuff in the winter, and this place is freezing. And it's cool to have this, but I can't go in it in the winter, it's too cold. So, next to you guys is stack insulation. I've already done half of it. It's half done. I didn't film the first half. But, now that it is halfway done, or probably under halfway done, I figured I'd film the rest, and it's kind of dark today, so we do have a sponsor today. So, Enernova sent the ETA Pro, and we're going to be using this as our lights today. I think for a little bit here it should be fine, but it is dark in there, like already. And we have the solar panel in there. I would hook it up, but we're not going to get any power today. So, I already have this charged, and yeah, we gotta go in. I'm gonna take you in real quick and show you the stage it's at right now. But it is currently shiny inside. I do plan on putting walling up next year, so that's the next project. But that's next year. For now, I'm insulating it. So I'm gonna take you and show you. All right, so there is the stain out here. That's the original. This has not been weathered as much as what these handrails were, but you can see how red they are now. But here is the trapping shed. So yesterday I kind of took 2 steps back. I originally had this foam. By the way, this is black walnut stain. I was shelling black walnuts a week and a half ago, and now both my hands are like this. So we have all of our studs out in the open, so that next year I can put wood up or whatever I want to put up as wall, because I'm going to have this cabin for a long time. And when I buy property, this will be the first thing to go there. But, see, I got up behind here. By the way, I probably already said it, but I finally bought a nice tripod. So we'll have you set up today, but it's kind of a mess in here. I had to move one side completely over. So this is done up to the ceiling here, and then I have 2 boards up as the ceiling. I'm just putting the whole sheets up as ceiling, because what my dad was saying was you want air to still get up back in there, and if I was to press it up there wouldn't be much air, so this will still circulate air up there, but it won't come down here, so that'll stay dry. See, I got stretchers and everything hung up. Gotta take all that down today. I'm gonna try to get this done today. It's definitely a project, but you know, I need to get it done. So I redid the windows. What I originally did was I had 3 boards here. I had one here, one here, one here. But what I did was I was just being dumb. I put the whole board over top of the studs. So it was just a sheet like that, and it was over the studs. It looked terrible. And obviously, if I had it that way, I wouldn't be able to put plywood or whatever I want to put up as walling over top, because the foam covered the studs. So I think this is the best thing to do. And I just tore it down yesterday, redid it. And I put some old pallet wood boards from the pallet shop and made some little window frames here. Just for now. I think they look okay. But this goes back here. Underneath that board runs up to there. The loft's completely empty. I have to go up there afterwards. I'll do that last thing and board that. But see, it comes back under here. I intend this cabin to be a decent part of the channel eventually here. It's just it's never been insulated, so. And today's sponsor, Enernova. I really appreciate it. We got the battery pack set up here. And just give me a second to set the tripod up. But we're gonna turn on and get some lights in here because it is dark and I need to get accurate measurements. All right, so I have the Enernova set up over here. And we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, I guess, right? So over here's a little light if you need to see anything. Click that. It's got blinking light. Pretty cool. Over here's where you can charge it. Solar plug right there. I mean, we can see if we get any juice today, you know? So let's plug it in and see if it does any. I doubt it. So our solar panel is plugged in. See how it charges. It's trying to read, but it's just not enough. So we're gonna go ahead and over on this side, I have it plugged in. We're gonna click AC. The fans kick on. Right here's the cooling fans. And we have a light and 2 more lights. So it's nice and bright in here now. I won't need all 3 on. What I'll do is I'll leave this one on until I get this done under here. Then I'll turn that off, and then once I come out here, I'll just have this back one turned on, and I'll pull the chain on that one. So, but for a bit, I'm gonna let it run and see how this runs. See how it goes. Also, on the front, let's click USB. Yep. So now our GoPro batteries are charging. So we got batteries charging and 3 lights. I'm gonna leave them all on for a bit, see how it goes. We're at 47% because I did use it to charge an e-bike, but I didn't fully charge it, just to be aware. It's probably about 2/3 charged, but yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. And now that that's done, you can see the back is insulated too. There's spots that need screws put in so it doesn't blow out, and then I have to come reseal it all. But under the loft, it's all insulated. And then once again out here, this wall is basically done. So I just gotta, yeah, just I have to move this stuff over here. So there is a lot. Since I'm trying to get this done today, I might just take most of it outside because I gotta go up here and do more ceiling panels. But what I'm gonna do is do some caulking around some of these boards that are loose, tape some more spots with the foil tape, and then this stuff has to come over. So that's what I'm gonna work on. But yeah, so time to get going. All right, so this wall is done. It's been about, what time is it? It's 1:50 right now. It's been almost an hour. Actually, no, it's probably been over an hour. I'm not sure exactly. But this wall is completely sealed. This part's not fully sealed yet, but this wall here, all the way to the corner, is sealed. This will not be touched now until next spring or whatever time it is whenever I buy the wood, because that stuff's expensive now. So I'd be doing this whole thing and then painting and everything like that. I want to redo this whole thing, and then after that's done, I'll preserve, you know, everything outside with more coating on the whole building. But this part is done. This whole side, I went through all this white that you see. I went through with caulking, and any cracks that, you know, I was able to use that on, I did. And then whatever cracks that they were too wide, I went ahead and got foam out of my foam pile here, and I put it all the way up through. And then you can see I did quite a bit of caulking here. Goes all the way back. See, this wall has cracks. It's got cracks around, so this will be open for the most part. I'll be able to come back here and do this afterwards. But now that this wall is completely good and I don't need to do anything else to it until next year, it's time to move this stuff over. As I'm moving, I'm gonna have to, you know, kind of pick stuff up, stack stuff together, because I have to pull out that entire, that thing's very heavy, by the way. And there's buckets of traps. There's 3 whole bins of traps there. So I'm just gonna stack stuff and we'll see how it goes. Wow, that's a whole new level of heaviness. That thing's heavy. My mom used to have a shop in this cabin. That's what this desk is, but I have it flipped around so I can store traps underneath of it. But that was some hard work right there. So looks like mice have been under it. Well, I know there was at one point. Though I don't see any fresh sign, honestly. Don't really see much. But you could tell when they were coming in and out. They have that chewed. So what I might do is run wire up through there, and then, you know, it'll get covered in foam board. They'll probably get back in some other time, and I'll have to just trap them. A couple of mouse traps, but for the most part, I'm just gonna sweep this up, and then I have to pull most of these nails off the wall, and I have to take all these traps down. These are mainly beaver traps here that hang up back here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this out of here, and then we can start measuring what we need to put in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 14 panels to cut, because I'm going to do them each in 2 sections. So it might be a bit easier, but I think I might do the ceiling first. So I just get the ladder in here, get the ceiling up, so that's kind of out of the way. I got to pull those stretchers. There's some raccoon traps up there I got to pull down. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the Enernova for now. I don't need the light back here at all now, so it's at 34%. Just turn it off. And it's off. So we'll need that a bit later. I've had it running the whole time. So this is a big pile of stuff. It all needs, you know, cleaned and redone. But I just need to get this wall put up so I can put this back in place and then start to kind of organize stuff. So we're getting snow in about 2 days. So, or maybe even tomorrow night. So I gotta be quick with this to get this insulation done. So I'm pulling these traps off the wall, and then I'm pulling the nails that are inside the wall so I can put the foam up. And then I'm gonna put the ladder, and we're gonna put up 2 sheets, get this big part of the ceiling covered. And it'd be nice to have the ceiling done. Nice to have it all done. So I'm gonna start working. Okay. Hold that up so it doesn't break. Bottom. Even this is tricky. It's hard holding that stuff because it's so flimsy. One side starts to come down. And like I said, as far as putting the screws in, I have to keep poking different areas because it's crooked. So this thing is old, like I said. What we're gonna do now is go to the middle here and put a couple up. So gonna get the ceiling up and see how close we are. And maybe I'll do this ceiling too. It's getting bright in here because of this ceiling. I know it's been a bit since you've seen me. So I did the middle ceiling panel. Put the one light up. I know it's crooked, just for now. And that was a pain because I had to cut both sides of it, angle it, so that it would fit the angle that the beam hits, so that there wasn't airspace, it hits the beam. So I did that. Now, so we got that one, that one's up, and I'm gonna get one more in right here. So let's get it cut. Well, it's the next day. Didn't get it done. Still have half of that wall, and then those down to there. So, gonna start working on it again. It's very cold today. I think it's like, I don't know, 40, probably with the wind. It's not extremely cold, but that's cold enough to make me cold. So, gonna try to get it done so that I can move this stuff back over and then start getting the wood stove put in. Sorry about that, guys. The camera died. But what I was getting to is just moving this shelf back over. And real quick, I just wanted to say it was being a pain in the camera and it never even recorded the clip. So what you see in the center of this picture, poured on the ground, looks like water. That is bobcat urine. It fell off the shelf. It was the only thing to fall. And since the bottle was old and brittle, it shattered and it went all over the floor. So the whole time doing this, it smelled like bobcat. That's all I wanted to say. Alright, so today is Halloween. I haven't filmed a lot. I went to film yesterday. So ever since I started filming doing this, I haven't stopped. And I've done it every day. And I just got it done. So today's Halloween. It's cold out. We're supposed to get 4 inches of snow tonight because I'm in the snow belt. And that should be here pretty soon. Get the GoPro on charge. But I've just had this in here while I'm working because it got very cold. That heats it up. So, as you can see, ceiling's done, walls are done. So for that wall here, I still have to do caulking, which that's why it's nice and open. I can do that tomorrow. I gotta go buy some. I'm gonna use the cheap stuff for the cracks, and I'm gonna buy like 2 tubes of the really good window silicone for the windows because they need it. All 3 of them need it. So up here, got the loft done. This was a pain. This took hours. It took hours because I wanted to have this higher than the normal ceiling so that there's a bit more room up here, like while I'm up here sitting, so it's not like a coffin. That was a pain. And then the back wall was a pain because it's hard to get up here and measure, so I'd push pieces and cut. And you don't want them loose, you know, because air gets around. So the loft is done, but it needs some caulking, which I'll do that tomorrow. And yeah. So this is the mess over here. That wall's good. You can see along. So yeah. It's going good. I got these 2 lights up. I have had to charge the Enernova overnight. I did that yesterday, so. But it ran out yesterday. What time was that? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of time. But it was yesterday, like around, I want to say lunchtime to 2 p.m. around then. And I had to have that plugged in. So, but it's going good now. So we got, sorry for the camera grease. This is the crooked light, and that's the good one. I just did that one, and that one is right. This one's wrong, so I gotta even that one with that one. So the lights are back up. And here's the wood stove I'm planning on using. So we'll see how that gets put in. But it's the one out of my 12 by 12 9-foot peak hot tip. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see you in the next update though. It's almost completely done. And you know, it's ready. The studs are still sticking out. So when I want to put walls on, it's ready. And power. So I think I am going to end this video here. I'll come back to that in a second. This is the next day from the last clip you've seen. Not much has been done since then. What I did go and do was I bought some more caulking for the wall. Just bought this real cheap stuff. This is what I used in my room. It does crack. But it's like a hairline crack, so it's not, it clogs the main part, and you know, eventually it will crack, but it's not going to be a big deal. So got some of that, and then here I got some insulating foam, but it's window and door, because if you get like the cheaper foam, a lot of it expands at a very high rate and a lot of pressure, whereas this is low pressure expansion. So for the windows and the door, so that I don't mess up the wood and, you know, make stuff bow and all that, I got some of this. So all the windows will get this tonight, and the door as well. And there's some spots that I can use this in. So yeah, this video has been long. See, I got my fur hat on, and just to show you guys real quick what we got. This was overnight, so I went ahead and got some bird seed too. Put the bird feeders here. I think that'd be a cool addition. But it's been melting all day. We had about 4.5, 5 inches of snow, and it come overnight. Today's November 1st. Overnight we had it. So, and that looks like more snow clouds that way. So we'll see what happens. But ooh, it's cold outside. There is a difference in this building. There is a big difference. Dad's gonna help me with the wood stove, getting it through the wall. And we're probably going to upgrade it to bigger pipe. So if I exchange stoves eventually, I can change it out. But yeah. So all I got to do is the cracks in the walls. But I'm going to cut the video at this point, because I do not want this any longer. It's probably a long video. But I really want to thank Enernova for sponsoring the video, and also sending the ETA Pro to try out. I did recharge it once. We're down to 19% now, but I've used it every day, and it took a while for it to kill that first, I think it was like 40-some% when we first brought it down. So the solar panel, I have it plugged in, but it has not been doing anything, just because there's been barely any sun. We had a little bit later today, but yeah, I really want to thank them for sending this. It's been a pretty good power pack. One thing I will say is the fan system on this, when I had a bunch of stuff plugged in, well, you have 3 ports here. So I had those 2, and then I had something else plugged in, I can't remember. But the fans kicked on, you can hear them now. But they are very good at cooling this thing down. So, yeah, really good fans on it. Then you have all these USBs. That's where I had the this camera plugged in. I can't say its name that much. And 3 USB-Cs, and once again, my hands are stained. That's not dirt. I haven't even took this off yet, but you have your marine port or cigarette lighter port, and then yeah, that side is them. So there will be a discount code below. I think it's 5% off, and yeah, please go check it out. They helped with this video. They've given me light. I have had other power packs, but this one's like at a really good level for this building. As far as lighting goes, I'm not using extremely powerful lights, but they're very bright. These are tube lights. They're not, you know, not no LED, I don't believe. So, yeah, it's been running decent bit. And then my speaker on top of that. So, really want to thank them. I appreciate it. And yeah, I gotta get to work. I don't make this video any longer. It's gonna be a long video. But I'm glad this got done. It was only like 5 days ago that I was like, hey, I should probably insulate this shed, because every year it's freezing. So there will be more videos in here shortly. I'm gonna get the walls done and then organize stuff, and then you guys will probably see in the next video what goes on after that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Please check out the Enernova Power Pack, and yeah, see you next video.